The sweetheart Carrie Underwood of country music tied the knot with former NHL star Mike Fischer. Their union has been shown to be anything but conventional, although their wedding, held at the Ritz-Carlton Reynolds Plantation in Georgia, seemed to indicate the launch of a storybook romance. Here are a few characteristics about this game. The honeymoon was after they had their son. After almost 5 years of marriage, Underwood and Fischer welcomed a kid together. Isaiah Michael was born February 27, 2015, according to a tweet from the new mama. Following their bundle of joy arrived, Underwood gave an interview to E! Online. When asked if she and Fischer were still honeymooning years after their walk down the aisle, she did not pull any punches. "No. We have a child. That went out the door with the diapers. I believe that's when the honeymoon phase, if it has not ended already, that's when it officially ends, when you've got a child." Underwood assured her fans there was nothing to worry about. "It morphs a bit." She had us shook for a moment. She is an animal lover. He's a hunter. They say that opposites attract, and that old adage proves true for this particular pair. During a conference in Nashville, through the Christian Post, she revealed that their biggest difference is that she is an animal lover and her husband is an avid hunter. This initially caused a bit of discord in their relationship. Underwood explained that it was challenging to find common ground. She felt passionately about animals, while Fischer felt more connected to God while out in the woods. Underwood is vegan, to make things even more difficult. What's a girl to do? If your response is, slash a hole in all 4 tires, nice figure. But the country singer chose to compromise instead. They agreed to prevent meat from large-scale farms and only serve meat which Fischer had murdered. The couple has learned to poke fun at their differences, judging by their own choice of Halloween costumes. In a 2017 Instagram article, Fischer shared a picture of him dressed as a hunter and Underwood dressed as a deer caught in his net. Time apart. When they first met, Fischer was playing center for the Ottawa Senators while Underwood was busy recording music and touring the world. After their wedding, they were able to bridge the gap where Underwood was based, when the Senators traded Fischer to the Nashville Predators. The ice hockey player was somewhat disappointed that he was leaving the Senators after 11 seasons, but he soon found out that the trade was done with his best interests in mind. Senators general manager Brian Murray reportedly said, "You know, Fish, I just needed you to be with your spouse." During an April 2013 interview with People, Underwood admitted that although they were eventually based in the same state, they spent an enormous amount of time apart. At the time of the interview, she revealed that she hadn't seen him in a week because of her tour program and his baseball season. Despite their separation, she was determined to keep their marriage afloat. "You just need to commit and make it work," she said. In 2017, Fischer announced he was retiring after 17 seasons, according to the Chicago Tribune. This means these two lovebirds will be able to spend some time together. She would quit music if he asked her to. In case you're still questioning Underwood's devotion for her union, the singer told People her husband is her top priority and she'd ditch her music career if Mike ever told me he needed me to stop. Don't freak out. Underwood also noted that she wouldn't be retiring anytime soon and Fischer still completely supports her professional ambitions. Crisis averted. Their first date was backstage at one of her concerts. During an episode of VH1's Behind the Music, the Grammy Award-winning singer recalled the first time she met Fischer. The country crooner said she was not looking for a long-distance relationship, let alone marriage, but when her bassist, Mark Childers, wanted to introduce her to Fischer, she consented, despite being a bit skeptical. "Let's get a hockey guy who lives in a different country." Instant fireworks. "Hot, hot, hot," Underwood texted Childers after fulfilling Fischer for the first time. On the VH1 show, Fischer chimed in that Underwood was more beautiful in person than on TV. "Aw, you guys." She initiated their first kiss. After that fateful day backstage at her concert, it was another 3 months before the two could see each other again face to face. On December 31, 2008, they had their first real date watching the ball drop to ring in the new year. Underwood told Glamour she knew Fischer was not a big PDA guy, so she decided to make the first move to lock lips. "I figured, I'll go in for it because he can't leave me hanging, right?" she said. "So I made him kiss me in public." Go girl. She never thought about the perfect man before they met. Many individuals have an entire Pinterest board devoted to their future wedding day long before they're even engaged, or have a man, but Underwood isn't your normal person. In an interview with People, she confessed that she never dreamt of her wedding day, nor did she envision the perfect guy. She reportedly had to take some time and say to herself, "Wow, so now I know what I was missing." She does not do romance well. Her records are filled with love songs, but in real life, Underwood admits that she's not very romantic. When speaking about her 2015 hit song Heartbeat from her Storyteller album, Underwood said the fairy tales and bubblegum and butterflies that go along with love songs were not part of her reality. She told E! Online, "I do not do romance very well, at least not in my music." She shared her best moments with Fischer are when they can be alone and enjoy one another's company. "It doesn't have to be all presents and Romeo and Juliet," she said. "It may be simple and lovely." The beginning of their marriage wasn't easy. Growing up in a family of 5, you'd think Underwood would be used to sharing her private space, but because her 2 siblings are a lot older, Underwood believes herself to be an only child, according to an interview with Marie Claire. She believes hanging solo out was the catalyst for some circumstances in her marriage. During a meeting on The Ellen DeGeneres Show, Underwood said she initially found it tough to cope with Fischer and all his stuff. She added, "We share. We're much better. I'm better. Like, I do not share my space or my toys. I've got the only child syndrome thing. We're doing well." Doing well is an understatement, according to the Something in the Water singer. At a 2015 interview with Cosmopolitan, Underwood said she was shocked that everyone around her was becoming divorced. "They're dropping like flies," she said. "However, Fischer and I are great. It helped that we were established before we were married. None of us might be like, I didn't know it'd be like this." Skype is the key to their joyful marriage. Being thousands of miles away from her hubby at times means Underwood depends on other procedures to keep them connected. The singer opened about how they keep their love alive when she is busy on the street, to Ladies' Home Journal and he's at home in Nashville. "Communication, trust, and Skype are key," she said. "Modern technology is cool, but after belting out songs all over the globe, we suspect nothing beats physically being with the one you love."